organization's structure accommodate change? Is that even possible? Does it matter how your organization is structured as you think about getting through change initiatives successfully? Well, I've got the answer right here. Let's get it. Right now, as you sit here watching this video, I'm certain you've either experienced recently or are currently going through some type of change in your work. A new project, a new strategic focus, a new manager, maybe you're in a new role, maybe you just switch companies, you're in a brand new company, brand new organization. Change is everywhere, right? And believe it or not, the way your organization is structured can actually enable the success of your change endeavors. Did one of your eyebrows just go up? Well, in this video, I'm going to first break down what an organizational structure is, and then dive into two byproducts of that structure that can either enable or inhibit change adoption. First, reporting relationships and accountability, and lastly, decision authority. So first off, what is an organization's structure? Well, simply put, that's the way that the individuals that comprise that organization are grouped together. And more importantly, what those reporting relationships are. The organization's structure will dictate how functions like sales, like marketing, like PR, like research and development or innovation, how they interact with one another, or not at all. And the makeup of this structure is going to help advance and even minimize inefficiencies as you work to move a change or even your business goals forward. So let's dive into exactly how you do that by studying the two main byproducts of an organization structure: reporting relationships and accountability, and then decision authority. One of the most important aspects of making a change happen is determining and defining who's responsible for the success of that change. Now, given a structure, let's say you're working to get through a change just within one single team. Everyone who's accountable, everyone who's responsible is working together in that one small team. So that change can be really efficient because everyone's close-knit, working closely together. But as you add in larger and larger structures, more and more functions, more and more interrelationships, the individuals responsible for doing the change and executing the change might be removed from those folks who are accountable for making the change happen. And the further removed those individuals are, the more inefficiencies that can be created naturally within the organization structure. So to mitigate this when you can, as you're moving through a change, make sure that those individuals that are responsible for actually making the change happen, that actually have very clear deliverables on their work plan, that somehow they have accountability back towards that individual that you've identified to hold ultimate accountability for making the change happen. And I know in a lot of organizations, this looks like dotted line reporting structures. And maybe you've experienced something like this in your own personal life. I know I have as well. When I'm working on a special project, something that's really big, that has a lot of moving parts, a lot of arms across the whole organization, I have accountability to one, senior leader, while the rest of my work plan might go to my regular standing manager. But it's so important that in the game of change, as you think about structure, that you're creating those tie-ins. You're creating those lines of reporting and accountability towards those that you are holding responsible, or that senior leaders or senior executives are holding responsible to make that change happen. By the way, if you're digging this, talking about change and organization structure and all things related to leading through change, be sure to subscribe. Subscribe right now. Click the button. Use your mouse. Use your finger. Do something. Click it. Because I make videos like this all the time, and by clicking subscribe, you're gonna make sure you get notification every time a video drops. So click it now. All right, let's get back into it. Thinking about accountability reminds me of a story, something that I went through when I was working to lead somewhat of a small change in an organization that I was leading in corporate. But the change required me to influence the work of other individuals, not directly in my organization. And so without having a clear tie-in to their work plan, without them having any accountability to me, it was very challenging to actually get them to do the work. And the thing that would have helped is if their direct manager had some level of accountability to actually making the change that I was trying to make happen, also had accountability for that change, but they didn't. So I felt that breakdown, that when I'm trying to make the change happen, or when I was trying to make it happen, without having any direct control, having that individual having accountability to me to actually getting the work done, there was no incentive. There was no consequence. And it was very difficult for me to get traction to actually get that individual to get the work done. And so that's why it's so important as you think about structure and in turn about reporting relationships and accountability, that you're ensuring that accountability exists as you think about how you're moving the change forward. Whoever is accountable for making that change happen, those individuals they're working with who carry responsibility, some type of relationship, dotted line, accountability, reporting needs to happen in order to have that control to help move the change forward, the right incentives and the right consequences throughout the organization. The second byproduct that's really critical as you think about how structure can help accommodate change is the decision authority. It's so important that you work to create a decision tree that's seamless and really well integrated towards those individuals responsible for making the change happen. Granting decision authority, ideally to those individuals that you're holding accountable and that ultimately are responsible for making the change happen. So within the structure, understand who are those decision makers? Who are those individuals that are going to be driving the decisions forward, ultimately the approver of different deliverables and actions moving forward. It's actually like a responsibility process matrix or model. It's called PACE, P-A-C-E, where P stands for process owner, A is the approver, C is the contributor, and E is the executor. I almost forgot what the E was. E is executor. So this is a really great model that a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of business owners use. Maybe you've even used it yourself, but it's a really great way to identify as you look across a different change initiative, who's engaged in making the change happen, what is their specific role as you think about decision-making moving forward. Do they own the process, making sure that the key milestones are met, making sure we're in the right meetings, having them at the right time, the right frequency? Are they the approver, meaning that they're the ones responsible for driving the decisions? Are they a contributor, providing insight, providing support, or the executors actually going off and making the change happen, getting through the deliverables? When you can identify who those approvers are, it's going to help you move through the change a lot more seamlessly. And again, that's one of those byproducts of an organization structure. The reporting relationships and ultimately those decision makers. Who are you granting decision authority to move a change initiative forward? So if you got value from this video and you're actually really intrigued about change management and organizational structure, I actually want you to check out another one of my videos entitled, Where Does Change Management Belong in an Organization? It's going to keep this conversation going. So click wherever you see it in the screen right now. I want to make sure you have the data, the insights, and the research to ensure you can grow through even your greatest change challenges. I'm Cassandra Worthy, and until we meet again, keep growing and keep rocking.